Are you a watcher or a player? Are you a watcher or a player? Well, I am a freaking player, and what is my dare? My dare is to review Nerve. And since I've accepted my dare, which is why I'm bringing you this review today, let's go ahead and let's see how this movie turned out.
Hi, I'm Robert.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, I'm Jazz.
Hi, I'm Toby.
Welcome to Gamer State.
Nerve. Alright guys, so today obviously we're reviewing Nerve. So let's kick it off with the plot. Alright, so Emma Roberts plays V, and V is your typical, high school graduating student who's looking for, the next step in her life, but she's kind of has a little bit of trouble with her mom and a lot of other things. She is pretty much that type of person who is a watcher and sits back and lets everything else pass them by and doesn't really take the initiative to do something herself. That ends up leading her to change her life, which she ends up becoming a player, just like myself. And so she starts taking these dares, and she ends up meeting Dave Franco, yes, the little brother of James Franco, and he is and his character comes across as that type of guy who is so smooth, so cool, nothing can touch him because he's that badass. And he's also a player of Nerve, and you know what? They end up teaming up and they go all around New York City taking these dares and making money. Dollar bill, y'all. And that is pretty much the basis of the plot. Let's go ahead and let's start right into the characters. I did touch them already a little bit. Emma Roberts playing V. Guys, Emma Roberts, to me, fantastic in this movie. She was so amazing. Normally I'm used to her playing these much more stronger type roles. Like, she is a boss and she knows it. In this role, she comes off a little bit different, especially in the beginning, where she's more, she's that geeky nerd minus the glasses, but she's a nerd. She likes to read, and like I said in the beginning, she is a watcher. She's not very, inclined to do something, to take a chance. Her character develops throughout the movie, where she begins as that, and she ends up transforming and developing herself into a player of the game. Her performance in this movie was absolutely fantastic in every scene that she was in. Really, that's the only other way I can say it. Dave Franco playing Evan or Ivan or something of that. I forgot if it was an E or it was an A. I'm pretty sure it's an A though. His character, I actually really like this character. He's not, stuck up, and he's not gonna be in your face, just showing that he's that awesome. He's more subtle, he's laid back, he knows he's cool, he knows he's badass, but he's not gonna, like I said, shove it in your face. Moving on to the cinematography, guys. The cinematography to me was phenomenal. Now, this is actually something, this movie is quite unique in this way, where a lot of movies do this, but I've never seen it as well done in this movie. Now, there is a professional camera throughout, I want to say 90% of the movie, whereas the 10%, there are small scenes where the camera changes, and it kind of changes to camera of, a smartphone or any type of camera that there is throughout the movie. These shots are very interesting, they're very cool, because they give you different angles, and sometimes they're very up close, sometimes the actual, professional camera further back, and then they switch to like a camera on your phone, and it gets you that much closer. And believe me, there is a drop in resolution, obviously, but the audio quality is still very good, so it doesn't really take you out of the experience of the movie. As well as the special effects in this movie, there is quite a little bit here and there. It's kind of hard to explain, because some of the things that happen in this movie, sometimes the screen on your phone will actually become the actual screen you're looking at, and the characters tend to like push buttons here and there, and to me that's very cool. And not a whole lot of movies end up doing that because it's a little bit tricky, but this movie obviously did that, and it did it very well. So let's get to the ending of this movie. The ending to this movie, there's a lot of crap that happens in between. Is so good that this movie has so much entertainment value. You fall in love with these characters, and to me, all that leads to a very good ending to this movie. You know, just a very satisfying ending that pretty much everybody will like. So wrapping this whole movie up, guys, I'm gonna have to rate this movie. This is really tough on me because the last movie was really good, and this movie is also really good. So with that being said, guys, I'm gonna have to give this movie a perfect 10 out of 10, guys. When this movie comes out, I highly recommend you guys go and check it out. It's actually really good. You'll like this movie. Again, there's a lot of entertainment value. All the dares keep you invested because you want to see what happens next. And that's one thing this movie does very well, is that it puts you like in the passenger seat, watching all these dares happen, watching the adventure that Emma Roberts and Dave Franco are on, and you just feel like you're right there with them. There was one scene where it was like where Dave Franco was like super high in the air, and I felt a little bit uneasy because it switched to the phone camera and it was pointing straight down at the ground. Kind of made me feel a little bit uneasy, but that's what you want. That's what you want a movie to make you feel like. You know, give you that sense of I'm actually there, and that's what this movie does very well. And that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, by all means hit that like button, as well as subscribe to my YouTube channel where we bring you more content just like this. And if you thought this video completely sucked, there's a dislike button right down there for you to press, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.